Hey there, it's Coach Patrick, Endurance Nation, with a brief overview of the Ironman Texas swim course. And I want to start on the macro zoom out level. You can kind of see where everything is. This pavilion here is where transition generally is. Here's your swim area. This is kind of the mall area, downtown stuff. Black Walnut Cafe, best place to go eat off the grid. Definitely over there. Fielding's fantastic post-race shakes. Just saying. But I digress. We're not here to talk about food. We're here to talk about swimming. So a couple key things to note about the course. Last year, obviously, they moved the swim transition area because of the flooding. And so in the spring, there's a ton of rain. And what happens is this canal totally floods. And it made transition unmanageable. It's generally kind of sloppy, but unmanageable. Hopefully moving the race earlier helps that. But one of the key things you need to think about the swim is that you've got to get from this grassy area here, you've got to walk from here up over this bridge down into North Shore Park for that swim start. And it takes about 20 minutes to do that. So budgeting your time accordingly to get there safely would be great. Now, last year, of course, they had transition over here. It was a moot point, but there you go. Okay, so the swim itself, basically, it's a mass, it's a rolling start. So everyone kind of self-seated, roll in, very simple, walk in on a concrete boat ramp. This is a great place. Hold on a second for people to spectate from up here and watch. The sun's coming up in the east over here, so it's not really in anyone's eyes. Good pictures. And you basically swim straight out this way, as straight as a shot as you can, right about to this section here. And you're going to flip it and come back, and that's when you come back in. Again, the sun's kind of over here, so it's not terrible. You come all the way back in. You don't want to make this first turn. A lot of people think this is the turn for the canal. It is not the turn for the canal. So you come back in, and it's going to be essentially all the way back to that bridge that you had just left from, and you'll take this right down this canal and head in. Let's double over to this alternate view so you get a sense for what it's like. All right. Hold on, sorry. Here's your walk-in boat ramp area right here. You'll just walk in, and they'll have kind of a floating line here. And what they'll do is they'll just say, okay, ready, set, go. And everyone goes in and starts swimming, and they just kind of funnel people right through here. You basically stay to the right most of the way down. So you can see it's very narrow. It's not bad at all. It's just that you get confused by all of these ins and outs here on the side, and people are convinced that this turn here is really this turn up here. It's not. You almost have to be back at the bridge before you make that right-hand turn. So it's essentially, 1/3 out, 1/3 back as you go. So it's 1/3 out, 1/3 back, 1/3 canal. Very, very straightforward. Nothing special to think about logistically. Again, the only time you really have the sun in your eyes is when you start, ironically, heading down this canal, when it gets a little bit harder. And heading in the canal gets really choppy, and I'll show you why. I'm going to drop our friendly guy here on top of this bridge. Hopefully we make it safely on top of the bridge. Here you go. As you can see, the sides of the canals here are totally vertical. And what that means is that when water splashes into them, it comes right back. So it gets really choppy like a bathtub. And so you're going to basically swim in here, and then as you come on the other side here, swim up this side as well and head out. You're going to stay to the left-hand side over here. Yes, you will also be running on this path around here for the race day as well. And you actually ride down here on your bike for the race. So this is kind of like the hot corner, if there were one, for Ironman Texas, as it were. But it gets very, very crowded in here as well. So just feel like it. And apparently you can stand here. I've never tried it. I don't recommend it, but you definitely could. All right, so let's head back, and I'll take you over to... so you're going to swim in this canal. It's actually quite a long way of swimming before you hit the bridge. Once you hit that bridge, you know you don't have very further to go. So don't think anything about swimming until you see that bridge, basically, when you know, like, okay, I'm almost done. All right. Let's see if I can get a view up here. Oh, no, come back, dude. We'll get a view up here from the bridge. Why does it keep doing that? It's very annoying. There we go. See if I can get on this bridge. So there's your boat ramp where you walk in. That's what you're basically sighting off of. You can see over here in the distance that there's like a radio tower. That's a good thing to sight off of in general to kind of keep yourself in a straight line. But on the way back, you've obviously got this whole bridge where you come back to, and you take this turn here to go down to where the canal is. You run across this bridge, etc. Very straightforward, but this is where you'll be dropping your morning bags off, and generally where Run Special Needs is as well. Okay. Hope that helps you guys out. It's a fantastic swim. I think it's fair. It can be challenging if it's non-wetsuit, just because it's a single loop swim. but it's a lot of fun. All right, enjoy.